Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies, how the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. BioVie Pharma is on a mission to discover new treatments, find cures, and make a difference for people that are suffering from neurological and neurodegenerative diseases. And with me is Cuong Do, the president and CEO, to talk about this. You're doing such interesting work, and I know a lot in Alzheimer's. And there was a new book that was out and other publications that have been critical of the medical industry for the lack of progress in Alzheimer's. I mean, there was so much hope, and then it seems to kind of stalled lately. What's your view on that?
You know, Charles Piller is an investigative journalist with Science Magazine, and he recently published a book that essentially says groupthink has led and hampered the search for an Alzheimer's treatment by focusing only on reducing amyloid plaques and tau tangles, right? And I actually do agree with him that the community has gone down the wrong path. And when I first started working in Alzheimer's back in the late 80s, we all, of course, focus on amyloid and tau. But through the decades, there's never been an agent that can reduce plaques and tangles and reverse the cognitive decline associated with Alzheimer's, right? And over the course of the last decade or so, more and more researchers are coming around to the point of view that plaques and tangles themselves are not the toxic agent that's causing neurodegeneration, but what they're doing is causing inflammation.
Okay. And that's where you come in, because I know you've been doing work with inflammation. So the inflammation may be what should be looked at. So tell me what you're doing with that and explain more about why you think that might have more potential.
See, we believe that inflammation is the root of many things starting to go wrong in the body. But it's a very delicate process because inflammation is a natural part of how the body protects itself. So when the body faces an acute insult, such as an insect sting or an infection, immune cells kick in to try to fight it off. And it creates inflammation as part of that process. Right? But when the infection disappears, the inflammation subsides and things goes back to normal. The problem arises is when we continually expose the body to some factor that then leads the immune cells to be constantly fighting off something. This means that TNF-alpha is constantly being produced, which then leads to a condition called chronic low-grade inflammation.
Okay.
And TNF-alpha is known as the master regulator of inflammation. When it's present, it initiates a series of cascades that has been associated with Alzheimer's and a number of other diseases as well.
So, and I know you're developing bezisterim, am I saying that right?
Yes, bezisterim.
Okay, it was pretty close. For Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, long COVID. What is the status with that, and what can people do until that drug reaches approval?
A great question. Thank you for that. Bezisterim is a very novel molecule that crosses freely into the brain. So in our clinical trials, patients taking bezisterim for just 6 months saw a 68% slowing of cognitive decline compared to those taking placebo. That's a huge impact. And the number one reported side effect was a mild headache that disappeared after a day. Right? So we are now working to start another clinical trial to confirm those findings so that we can submit it to the FDA for approval, but that is still going to take some time for us to initiate that trial.
Yeah.
What we are enrolling right now is a trial where we're putting Parkinson's patients onto bezisterim, right? And these are Parkinson's patients who need to go onto therapy for the first time. So we're hoping to show that bezisterim could become first-line therapy for Parkinson's. Right? And we will soon be enrolling long COVID trial in a long COVID patients in a trial where we would give them bezisterim to see if we can help with the really debilitating problems of brain fog, fatigue, and malaise, right? So if you are a Parkinson's patients who need to go onto therapy for the first time, or if you're a long COVID patient, you may want to go to our website to learn more about the trial and perhaps consider enrolling,
Okay.
right? But unfortunately, if you don't qualify for the trial, the only solution right now is a healthier diet, more exercise, and removing yourself from toxins and allergens that may lead to inflammation.
Okay. Well, best of luck with that trial, and let us know. Keep us up to date.
All right. Thank you. I look forward to coming back to inform you on progress.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jane, for having me.
Roadzen is a global technology company using AI to transform auto insurance. Some of the world's largest car makers, insurers, and fleets rely on Roadzen to reduce accidents, process lightning-fast claims, lower insurance premiums. With annual revenues approaching $50 million, Roadzen is racing towards profitability. This isn't just AI, it's real-world innovation powering the future of mobility and insurance. Roadzen. RDZN.
There are over 83 million dogs and 50 million cats in the U.S. Up to 80% of senior cats and dogs can suffer from osteoarthritis. Spring is helping treat them and is now available in all 50 states and over 800 veterinarian clinics. Learn more at newtothestreet.com. Pet Vivo, a publicly traded company, ticker symbol PETV.
Is your garden struggling to stay hydrated? Meet Waterless Garden, the organic solution that saves water and boosts your garden's health. Packed with humus materials and trillions of beneficial microbes, Waterless Garden improves soil structure and increases water retention. Use less water, get better results, and watch your garden thrive. Waterless Garden. Less water, more life.
Attention investors! Acurx Pharmaceuticals trades on the NASDAQ ACXP, is leading the fight against antibiotic-resistant infections with next-gen small molecule antibiotics. Targeting the $1.7 billion U.S. market for C. difficile, Acurx is driving innovation in a global health crisis. This is one stock to watch. Is ACXP an opportunity for your portfolio? Find out more at New to the Street.
Roadzen has been making significant strides in the insurtech and mobility AI space, and investors are eager to hear about the company's latest developments. So with me, Rohan Malhotra, the CEO of Roadzen. And we talked about a month or so ago, but there's been a lot that's actually happened over that time. So bring us up to date on these key topics. You're in the right place at the right time. You're generating revenue at the moment, and the AI space, close to 50 million in revenue, right? And break even. So tell us what you're doing in AI and bring us up to date on the business of it.
Our focus is we're building AI for auto insurance. We think there's about $800 billion that's spent on auto insurance every single year. And this is one of those areas where AI can have a significant impact. There are 4 areas that you want to focus on. The first is, how do I price Jane's policy? How do I then sell the policy? How do I process claims that arise when I sell these policies? And finally, I want to do all of this profitably. And I want to make sure there are less accidents on the road. The best policy is one where you have less accidents. So I want to have road safety. And what AI can do is it can make underwriting or measuring how much should one pay for their premium much easier. It makes it very simple to sell using agents. Then for claims, we use computer vision to recognize what damages have occurred in a car. And we can process a claim within seconds rather than the 6 weeks it takes today. And we're using this technology, just as a Tesla has a Tesla vision for Tesla cars. We've built a similar computer vision system that basically reduces accidents and can prevent them before they happen. And that's what I'm here to talk about today.
Yeah, well, so let's talk about this targeted technology that you have and this vertical that can use this technology. Is there any meaningful competition?
Well, on a combined basis, across underwriting, distribution, claims, and as a broker, Roadzen is unique. We're a global company. We have operations across the US, Europe, and India, and we don't see any meaningful competition on a global basis. What we do see on a product basis, There are telematics companies out there. There are hundreds of insurance brokers. There are claims management companies, but they don't use technology. They don't use AI. So we have competition out there, but Roadzen stands unique that we are vertically fully integrated from underwriting to claims. And we think that gives us a significant advantage in this market.
Before we wrap up, anything else you want to share about where the company has been or where it's headed?
Well, we've delivered one of our best quarters. We are roughly at a $50 million revenue run rate. Our adjusted EBITDA loss was roughly just $1.8 million this quarter. And we expect that the company can hit profitability over the next couple of quarters. And we think that is going to be a big milestone for us moving forward.
Okay. Thank you so much for bringing us up to date on Roadzen.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Roadzen is a global technology company using AI to transform auto insurance. Some of the world's largest car makers, insurers, and fleets rely on Roadzen to reduce accidents, process lightning-fast claims, lower insurance premiums. With annual revenues approaching $50 million, Roadzen is racing towards profitability. This isn't just AI, it's real-world innovation powering the future of mobility and insurance. Roadzen, RDZN.
There are over 83 million dogs and 50 million cats in the U.S. Up to 80% of senior cats and dogs can suffer from osteoarthritis. Spring is helping treat them and is now available in all 50 states and over 800 veterinarian clinics. Learn more at newtothestreet.com. Pet Vivo, a publicly traded company, ticker symbol PETV.
Is your garden struggling to stay hydrated? Meet Waterless Garden, the organic solution that saves water and boosts your garden's health. Packed with humus materials and trillions of beneficial microbes, Waterless Garden improves soil structure and increases water retention. Use less water, get better results, and watch your garden thrive. Waterless Garden. Less water, more life.
Attention investors! Acurx Pharmaceuticals trades on the NASDAQ ACXP, is leading the fight against antibiotic-resistant infections with next-gen small molecule antibiotics. Targeting the $1.7 billion U.S. market for C. difficile, Acurx is driving innovation in a global health crisis. This is one stock to watch. Is ACXP an opportunity for your portfolio? Find out more at New to the Street.
Welcome and thank you for joining us. The tech investment landscape is entering a year of transformation, and this isn't just another cycle of M&A. There's cautious optimism, strategic recalibrations, as well as a focus on value creation. And with interest rates stabilizing, at least for now, evolving market dynamics, and also a new administration pushing for pro-business policies, investors from PE, VC, infrastructure funds, and also public markets are reassessing their strategies. The 2025 tech investment environment will likely feature more strategic decisions driven by long-term value. Joining me here at the New York Stock Exchange is Lou Basneef, the market strategist at the Basneef Group. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Great to be here.
Well, first and foremost, as we kick off the new year and we're looking at the landscape here, tell me about what you're focused on when it comes to the tech and also, in particular, biotech startup space.
Yeah, I think there's renewed optimism, right? So we went through almost a biotech freeze. We had too many companies that were founded, just led to a glut of opportunities that were really early stage, and the outcomes were not favorable. So we've worked through that backlog of unsuccessful startups, and now you're seeing new administration, new year, new opportunities in biotech and tech that I think you're seeing good money come from all angles, from VC, from PE, and also from public market investors. So it's really an ideal opportunity and set of market conditions to bring back some of the former winners that were, the leaders in the market that have been laggards.
Mm-hmm. And I do want to ask you about a specific company in the biotech space, and that is Exozyme. So tell us a little bit more about this company.
Yeah, Exozyme's, full disclosure, I am a shareholder, so I am biased and conflicted in that way. But Exozymes is one of those disruptive technology companies that came out of a university that's really scaling into the public markets. And it's the next generation of what people probably know as synthetic biology. So we saw a lot of names like Ginkgo Bioworks and Gevo rise on the hopes that they could scale and then fall on the fact that they couldn't. I think Exozymes comes along in the wake of that and they're saying, hey, we have a different approach, a different way to go about it. And they're proving that it works much more effectively. And it's coming to market at a really attractive valuation. So I think it offers an opportunity for investors that you really don't typically get in the public markets.
So in not just the short or medium term, in the long term, what do you see happening here?
Yeah, I mean, this sounds ridiculous, but it's in the trillions of dollars. And that's backed by McKinsey did a study about 6 or 7 years ago on the economic impact of synthetic biology type technologies. Like I mentioned earlier, it impacts everything we're doing, everyday life. If you look around the products that you're using, whether it's you're consuming or they're on your desk in electronics, there's some petroleum-based process or chemical in there. So I really believe the opportunities are limitless, but then you have to build a business case around that, right? What ones make the most sense? Which ones are going to return the most economic value to shareholders and have the most impact? So.
Okay, Lou, well, it was a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for all of your insights.
Roadzen is a global technology company using AI to transform auto insurance. Some of the world's largest car makers, insurers, and fleets rely on Roadzen to reduce accidents, process lightning-fast claims, lower insurance premiums. With annual revenues approaching $50 million, Roadzen is racing towards profitability. This isn't just AI, it's real-world innovation powering the future of mobility and insurance. Roadzen, RDZN.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to New to the Street. I'm Anna Berry. Today, we're talking with Joe Davy, the CEO of Bonsai.io. And Joe is a visionary, a leader driving innovation in the marketing technology. Nice to see you again, Joe. How are you today?
Good to see you, Anna.
All right. So you've got some good news. Bonsai recently closed on 2 acquisitions. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we closed on a company called OpenReel, which is an enterprise video creation platform. Basically makes it really, really easy for marketers to go from capturing video to turning it into usable, branded video assets. Cuts the time down to do that, cuts the effort down to do that by about 10x. It's used by a lot of huge companies, Dell, Capital One, AWS. But, it's also used by a lot of smaller mid-market companies. So we've had a lot of success in that business in the last couple of months. We closed on that acquisition just at the end of last year. And we've seen a lot of success in cross sales with our existing core customer base. We've integrated the team really nicely. So we're really excited about the prospects of that.
What are some of the benefits customers can expect from these expanded capabilities you mentioned?
Now using OpenReel, using Create Studio, they can actually do the editing, incorporate the video that they're generating as part of their webinars right into videos they can produce and, deploy to their website, deploy to, their social channels, things like that.
Wow. That is a great service. You're going to put some editors out of business though.
Well, we hope not. We partner with a lot of agencies and our thinking is we can really make agencies a lot more efficient. There's, a lot of editors really want to focus on high value projects, right? They want to focus on things where, they're coming in, they want to, interview the CEO, control the lighting, control the scenery, do these really high production value, high impact efforts. And there's a lot of video content that goes to editors that's basically, clean this up, add our logo animation to it, put the 4/3 on, make this branded, break this down into, 10 2-minute clips. And that's not the kind of work that editors want to be doing, right? It's a distraction for them and it takes them away from really the high impact work that they can be doing. And so it's a perfect example of where you can leverage automation, leverage AI to, to basically give those people their time back to focus on those high impact projects. And, using our tools, you can create content just a lot faster, be a lot more responsive to the market. You can get stuff out in days that used to take you months to get out before.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for that insight. Do you have any new products coming out that you can give us a little preview of?
We do. We have a new Create Studio product. Create Studio 4.0 is coming out This week, we soft launched it last week with some of the existing customers. We've just seen a tremendous sales response from existing customers upgrading to this product. It is really a revolutionary product for people that want to make explainer videos, make social videos, make shorts. The magic of this product is that we've put AI directly into the video editor. So now as a user, you can go in and actually describe the kind of video you want to create. And AI will do everything from, writing the script, creating the scenes, generating the images, assembling the scenes together, generating 3D characters for you, inserting them into the scenes, AI-based lip syncing, all kinds of things like this that make it, really, really fast for people to produce high quality content. And, we think there's, I want to say, a slew of new AI features, maybe 5 or 6 new core AI features that we've added to this product that, will take stuff that it was already quite fast. You could already do a great video in an hour. You'll now be able to do that same thing in 10 or 15 minutes. So it's going to be an amazing improvement for our customers.
And what is this called?
It's called Create Studio.
Create Studio. And when does this launch?
This is launching on Tuesday of this week, so February 25th. And the website is createstudio.com.
Fantastic. Good domain name too, by the way. Oh my gosh, I feel like I want to try that out for my business.
Go check it out.
All right, Joe, thank you so much. Great products you have here. This is the time to be in your industry. So we appreciate you being on New to the Street.
Yeah, thanks so much, Anna. Great to see you as always.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Roadzen is a global technology company using AI to transform auto insurance. Some of the world's largest car makers, insurers, and fleets rely on Roadzen to reduce accidents, process lightning-fast claims, lower insurance premiums. With annual revenues approaching $50 million, Roadzen is racing towards profitability. This isn't just AI, it's real-world innovation powering the future of mobility and insurance. Roadzen, RDZN.
There are over 83 million dogs and 50 million cats in the U.S. Up to 80% of senior cats and dogs can suffer from osteoarthritis. Spring is helping treat them and is now available in all 50 states and over 800 veterinarian clinics. Learn more at newtothestreet.com. Pet Vivo, a publicly traded company, ticker symbol PETV.
How often do you think about how your food was grown? The breakfast you enjoyed this morning was likely grown with nitrogen fertilizer. Right now, nearly 4 billion people are dependent on nitrogen fertilizer to grow their food while we make that fertilizer using fossil fuels. If we're serious about decarbonizing the economy in our food system, we have to rethink fertilizer. So, can we create a natural, sustainable alternative without harmful chemicals? The answer is yes. Introducing the Sustainable Green Team SGTM, we are already at the forefront of this movement, transforming organic waste into premium soil solutions teeming with billions of beneficial microbes. With innovations like Water-Less Garden and AI-driven agricultural solutions, we're proving that farming can be both productive and sustainable without harmful chemical fertilizers. The future of food depends on rethinking how we nourish our soils, and the best part, it's already happening. By harnessing microorganisms and organic waste, we can create nutrient-rich organic fertilizers that feed the soil, not just the plants. This approach reduces our reliance on synthetic chemicals, improves soil health, boosts biodiversity, and captures carbon. Our methods are at the forefront of sustainable innovation through its carbon restoration and microencapsulation technology. SGTM captures carbon and turns organic waste into valuable nutrients that can produce highly nutritious food. It is actively reducing greenhouse gas emissions while providing healthy, sustainable food for all. Healthy soil means healthy food, and healthy food means healthy people. SGTM understands the vital role that soil plays in our planet's health. After the oceans, soil is the key to solving climate change. It is the most significant global sink of carbon. SGTM solutions restore and create healthy living soil, enabling regenerative agriculture globally. We are turning the tide on destruction and paving the way for a sustainable future. Our methods are entirely proprietary, tested, and designed for real-world impact. We don't just envision change. We make it happen, one sustainable innovation at a time. Together, we can save our soil, restore our planet, and secure a better future for future generations. Join the Sustainable Green Team and be a part of the solution.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington. I'm an original shark from the hit television show Shark Tank. And over the years, I've seen many products. I've launched over 1,000 products. But I'm going to tell you about something very, very special and something near and dear to me. And this is SGTM Waterless Garden. There's a reason why I like this. One reason, my wife has been using it in her garden very successfully. And she says, Kevin, you've got to check this product out. And so I have, and I'm going to tell you the reason why, because this is humus-rich soil. And humus holds 90% of the moisture in it, and that's why you have to water less. So it's an awesome product. It's uniquely positioned in the marketplace, and that's why the Shark said, I want to be involved, and I'm an advisor to the company, and I'm very excited about the future of the Waterless Garden by SGTM. Thank you.